Have you ever noticed how some people look famous online, but behind the scenes, they're broke? That's not an accident. Platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram have built an entire economy of micro-celebrities, creators with thousands of followers, just enough clout to look important, but rarely enough money to live on. It's a system designed to keep people chasing attention while the platforms pocket the profits. In the past, celebrity was rare. You either had the resources, connections, or luck to break into film, TV, or music. Fame was concentrated in a handful of stars who controlled culture. But today, platforms promise that anyone can be famous. All you need is a phone, an account, and the right moment of virality. And for a brief second, it looks true. A video blows up, someone gains a few thousand followers, and suddenly they're treated like a mini celebrity in their corner of the internet. But here's the catch. That mini celebrity status almost never translates into sustainable income. A TikTok creator with 50,000 followers may look like they've made it, but in reality, they might earn just a few $100s a month, if that. Platforms dangle the dream of monetization, but the payouts are tiny compared to the labor involved. Creators are expected to post constantly, keep up with trends, and compete in a never-ending algorithmic lottery. Think about the way traditional jobs work. At the very least, you get a paycheck, some stability, maybe even benefits. In the micro-celebrity economy, the opposite is true. Income is unstable, opportunities are temporary, and there's no safety net. You're one algorithm shift away from losing everything. The platforms know this, and they've built the system this way on purpose. If you're struggling to survive, you'll keep producing content in the hope of finally breaking through. This doesn't just apply to random people chasing clout. Even influencers with large audiences can find themselves stuck. A YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers may still be working a day job to pay rent. An Instagram personality with tens of thousands of followers might accept free products instead of money because brands know they're desperate for partnerships. What looks like opportunity is often just exploitation. The harsh truth is that platforms profit most when there's a huge supply of free labor. Every micro-celebrity, whether they realize it or not, is generating content that keeps users scrolling, clicking, and watching ads. The platform captures the majority of that value, while the creator fights for scraps. And this system has another hidden function. It keeps inequality alive. The people who can afford to treat content creation as a side hobby, usually wealthier individuals, are more likely to sustain it long enough to grow. Those from working class backgrounds often burn out or quit because they can't afford to gamble endless hours on content that might never pay. In this way, the micro-celebrity economy looks open to everyone, but it quietly favors those who already have money and stability. If you scroll your feed today, you'll see thousands of people who look like they're living glamorous, exciting lives. But behind the filters, many are exhausted, overworked, and underpaid. Fame has been democratized, but money hasn't, and that's by design. The micro-celebrity economy thrives because it creates an illusion that attention is the same thing as success. But attention doesn't pay rent. A video with 1 million views might make a platform thousands in ad revenue, but the creator could walk away with less than a week's worth of groceries. The gap between visibility and compensation is massive, and it's growing wider every year. Platforms also encourage creators to internalize the blame. If you're not making money, it's not the system's fault, it's yours. You didn't hustle hard enough. You didn't post enough. You didn't master the algorithm. This narrative keeps creators chasing and competing against each other, instead of questioning why the system is set up to exploit them. Brands take advantage of this imbalance too. They know there's an endless supply of eager micro-celebrities willing to work for exposure, free products, or tiny paychecks. Why pay a fair rate when there are thousands of creators desperate for any opportunity? This drives down the value of creative labour across the board, and it reinforces the larger economic trend of pushing people into gig work, jobs with no benefits, no stability, and constant competition. Some micro-celebrities try to escape by turning their audiences into income streams through Patreon, merch, or coaching. A few succeed, but most struggle. Why? Because the attention economy is built on scale. Only the top fraction of creators can gather enough paying supporters to live sustainably. For everyone else, the math doesn't add up. 10 loyal fans might cheer you on in the comments, but that doesn't pay your bills. This is why so many people in the micro-celebrity economy experience burnout. They invest endless hours into chasing an unstable dream, only to realize that the financial rewards don't match the labor. Behind every smiling influencer photo is often someone working 2 jobs, editing at 2 a.m., and worrying about how to pay next month's rent. The gap between the image and the reality is exhausting, and it breaks people down. And yet, the system keeps going because the platforms have built it to be addictive. The occasional viral spike gives creators just enough hope to keep trying. Like gamblers at a slot machine, they pull the lever again and again, waiting for the next hit of attention. The rare stories of people who make it, the influencer who buys a mansion, the YouTuber who quits their job, are marketed as proof that success is possible. But for every one of those stories, there are thousands of creators stuck in precarity. The micro-celebrity economy exposes a deeper truth. Platforms don't want most people to succeed. They want enough success stories to keep everyone else grinding, but not so many that creators start demanding fair pay. The inequality is built into the system, and the longer it continues, the more people will pour time, energy, and creativity into a machine that profits from their labor while giving little back. So the next time you see someone online who looks famous, remember this: visibility isn't the same as security. The likes, the followers, the clout, they create the image of success without the substance. Fame has been rebranded as something anyone can have, but money and stability remain locked behind the same gates they always were. That's why the micro-celebrity economy is less about empowerment and more about exploitation. Because in a world where inequality meets social media, fame has become just another hustle,